This is the Transformers Legacy Deluxe Class Terrorsaur. Terrorsaur, terrorize! The figure is done in this wonderful, toy-accurate color scheme and is a straight-up repaint of the Golden Disc Terrorsaur. It's a pretty good-looking figure. I love how it came out. Let's take a closer look at the details of this figure. Let's begin with some size comparisons. Here he is with the Golden Disc Deluxe Class Terrorsaur. You can clearly see it's the exact same figure down to the blaster. They just changed the color of the plastic they used to mold this figure, as well as the design of the Pteranodon print or the dinosaur print. At first glance, the plastic they used for this figure looks a little bit cheap, but it's actually pretty good. It's a nice glossy type of bright red material that they used, and it kind of feels a little premium when you look at it at certain angles. Let's have a look at that gorgeous looking head sculpt, if at all. If there's anything that this figure does better than the Golden Disc version, it's that fantastic head sculpt. It came out great. That paint apps on the dark blue and pearlesque white really makes that head sculpt pop. But overall, I think the Golden Disc Terrorsaur still has the better paint apps. It's got really nice silver. The red on the plastic, the kind of red plastic that they use, I feel feels a little bit better than the bright red plastic that they used for this one. I love the blue highlights on this figure though. And this one really gives you that toy accurate feel compared to the show accurate feel that the Golden Disc version does. And if you want to see the toy, I don't have the original Terrorsaur Beast Wars figure, but one of the more difficult ones to obtain actually back in the 90s. But this is what it looked like, and you can clearly see that they nailed it with this figure. The red is consistent, black design, maybe a little bit more black, glossy black plastic on this one, but the blue color, they got it right. Even the print or the design of the animal scales or the Pteranodon print is very similar to how the original toy looked. Just a quick comparison on the blaster. Obviously, this one's unpainted, and this one has the better gunmetal gray paint apps. As for mold degradation, it doesn't seem to have a lot of degradation, considering the fact that most of the joints are still tight. The ball joint feet, they're still loose. They haven't adjusted that one, so that kind of sucks. I thought they would actually improve on this one. On this figure though, the thigh swivel is a little loose, but everything else seems to be very tight, and no complaints on mold degradation for this figure. So transformation, go ahead and pop off the weapon, put it off to the side. Okay, let's start with the wings. Go ahead and untab the entire wing assembly, stretch it out, stretch out both wings. And then the torso, you're going to open it up like this, open up that tail. Then you're going to detach this this main torso, and you're going to slide it up like that on those two tiny hinges, and then go ahead and rotate that head sculpt and tab that back securely and fold the Pteranodon head like that. Rotate the waist, my bad. Just fold it down like that. Okay. The arms, rotate like this, and then bend the wrist. Rotate the bicep, bend the wrist. The thighs, you're gonna rotate this way and then this way. Tab those thighs onto these pegs right here. Come on. Okay. Bend the knees. And the ankles are gonna break and bend like that. And then rotate the feet this way. The dino toes facing forward. All that's left is the arms. You need to secure them off to the side. There is Terrorsaur in his Pteranodon beast mode. You can obviously put the gun on either thigh like that. much like in robot mode, but still has the opening mandibles, the mouth. You can position the wings any which way you want. Megatron, I see the Maximals. Terrorsaur, terrorize. I really like how they tried their best to copy the red plastic that was present on the toy. And like I said earlier in the video, the print or the design, the coloration on the dinosaur is sort of very similar to the original toy. Some final thoughts on this toy accurate Terrorsaur. If you missed out on the golden disc version, then obviously this is a must-have. You've got to pick this figure up to complete your Generations lineup of Predacons, at least for Season 1. If, on the other hand, you already have the golden disc version of Terrorsaur, I honestly don't see any reason why you need to pick up a second version of Terrorsaur, because the golden disc version, in my opinion, is still the better version between the two. I personally like show accuracy over toy accuracy, but again, it's a matter of preference. If you feel the toy accurate is for you, then go ahead and pick it up, even if you already have the golden disc version. But for me, the golden disc is still tops. I think it's still the best one between the two. The toy accurate version is still going to get a 10 out of 10 for me. I think Hasbro nailed the accuracy with this version of Terrorsaur. There's hardly any mold degradation. I love the color accuracy in both robot mode and in dinosaur mode. But do let me know in the comment section which you prefer between these two. You think it's worth double dipping in this mode? Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.